Hello friends and welcome. In this video, I'll share with you how you can leverage one of my favorite time-saving / productivity boosting option in Android Studio, live templates. We're gonna see what the live templates are, how we can create custom ones, and ultimately we are gonna see how we can bring them to the next level. Let's do this. Live templates are an option inside the Android Studio where we can preset some repetitive code that we are writing over and over again, things that we are typing often. We can create live template where we can preset this code, and then by typing a little keyword inside the Android Studio, it's gonna insert the code that we have preset for us. Probably you have noticed inside the Android Studio, if you type main or main A, it's gonna offer to insert some code for us. So those are live templates that are coming integrated inside the Android Studio when we install it. What's great though is that we can create custom ones. And let's see how we can do that. First, we are going to go to the settings of the Android Studio and we are going to search for live templates. Now, when we select the live templates on the right-hand side, we can already see some of the live templates that are already existing in the Android Studio. We can create custom ones here by clicking on the little plus button on the top left corner or by using the Command N shortcut. If we want to insert a live template into a group that already exists, let's say we want to create a live template for Kotlin files, we can select Kotlin and then we can click on the plus button and choose live template. So it's gonna go into the Kotlin group by default. The first thing that we have to do here is to set an abbreviation. The abbreviation is the thing that we have to type inside the Android Studio in order to trigger the live template that we want. In this case, I would like to make a live template to insert a new test. So I'm gonna set the abbreviation to be test, and I can also add a little description as to what this test abbreviation is going to create when I select it. And finally, we have to type the code that's going to be inserted when we select this abbreviation. In this case, let's start with something simple like a new test function. On the right-hand side, we can also select whether it's going to use spaces or tabs by default. And we can also select whether we want the code to be pre-formatted according to the style that we are going to be using. Here at the bottom, we have this little warning sign that says no applicable context. What we can do here is we can scope this abbreviation as to where it is going to be available inside the code. In the case of the test, for example, we don't want the test abbreviation to be available, let's say, in an interface or somewhere else. We want it to be available only in a class. Here I'm going to select Kotlin and I'm going to make it available only inside a class. Back to the actual file. If I try my abbreviation here, it is not going to work because we said it is going to be available only inside a class. But if we create a class here, then our live template is already available. And by selecting it, as you can see, it inserts the code that we have preset to be inserted. How we can bring this to the next level? Back to our template, we can first add a test annotation and then it's gonna insert a test for us. Now let's try what's gonna happen if we call the test again. Now the problem is that this test is not compiling, so the live template doesn't know where this test is gonna be coming from. And the way to fix it is to use the full import of the test class. Now if we give it a try again, it inserts a test for us. And that's cool. Now, what else we can do is, most of the time when we write a new test, we want also to have an assertion, something like assert that result expected. This is what our assertions look like most of the time. So what we can do is, we can integrate that to be part of our live template as well. Back to our live template settings, we can add the assertion as well. We have to make sure that we are also, again, using the full import of the functions that we are using here. Otherwise, the live template wouldn't be able to recognize where they are coming from and it wouldn't be able to resolve them. Back to our file, give it a try. And as we can see, it writes exactly what we are expecting it to write, and it imports the expected things as well. That's great. Now, how do we bring this a step further? When we type test, it always creates a test with name test function, and it also doesn't know how to resolve this result unexpected. What we can do is we can insert the cursor to the thing that we have to type next. We can insert it first at a test function, so when we create a new test, we can directly type the name of the test, followed by the actual result and the expected. So it's gonna move for us there. Let's see how we can do that. Back to the settings, instead of the test function, we can use an expression. We have to put inside $2 an expression, EXPR, and then we can also enumerate that, something like 1, for example. So that's going to be the first spot where the cursor is going to stop when we insert this live template. The next we want to be the result. So again, $2 and type an expression. This is gonna be the second, that's why I put 2. And finally, we want EXPR3 to go to the expected, which is gonna be our third position. Now, if we try, it inserts the code that we have in the live template and it sets the cursor at the spot of the first expression. Now I can add a name for my test, and by hitting enter or tab, it goes to the next expression and to the next. And I can move backwards with the expressions by using Shift tab. So I can go back to the test, enter goes to the next one. So here will be my result, and then is equal to the expected. And now I can insert a new test, which is gonna be my test 2, and I can navigate again by using tab or enter. Awesome. That's all I got about live templates inside Android Studio, which works also in any IntelliJ product. I hope this is something that will help you boost your productivity and save a little bit of time. If that's the case, hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.